Hello everybody, this is Putt, and once again, here's another guide. This will be how to defend against a proxy gate as protoss. So I usually start my PvP games out pretty standard. I usually drop a gate on 9, chrono boost to 13, then put down a gate, and then go from there, whether if I want a 2 gate or quickly get into a cybernetics core. It depends on what my opponent's doing and whatnot. One of the most important things you have to do early game is watch your minimap. There's not a lot to do at the beginning of a game, so it's not that difficult to do other things than make probes, and even if you're a newer player. So I like to basically just spam probes and take a good look at my minimap to see if I see anything unusual. So right about here, I see down here a blue probe on my screen. That has come from my enemy, and it's right here. This is a very, very early probe. We're only at 9, and that probe must have been sent at the beginning of the game. So already I know, okay, something's going on. I'm about to get proxied. And look, he tries to get his probe out there like it didn't happen. So if I see this, I'm going to chase down that probe and make sure he does not build anything. Basically just attack, move all the way until you find him, and there he is out in the corner there. He hasn't even been able to put down his first pylon yet, so I'm going to chase him down. Meanwhile, I should have been putting down my first probe, but once again I got a little too excited and did not do that. But right now I'm 10 out of 10. I should have had my pylon down right now, so that's a bad move on my part. And if I'm right, I'll change that to everyone. He probably hasn't even put out a pylon yet, and he's still focused on proxying me. He hasn't even moved his probes to his mineral field yet. So if you had that pylon down, you would already be in a way better position than him. So he tries to sneak in a second probe here, so he's not going to give up at proxying me. But as you can see, I did get that pylon down before he did, so I'm in a pretty good spot right now as far as time. And then I decided I think I sent out a second probe just to try and find that gate. If you ever get pylons built in your own base, I like to drag half my mineral field and go and try and attack that, because if something's in your base already, you can't really defend against it, so you need to neutralize the threat before it gets very tricky to deal with. Whereas he's all the way over here, that's a long distance for my probes to travel, and if I play my cards right, I can get down my gateways before he can, and I should be in a pretty good position. So I've got a probe in his base, and I can see, okay, I see no pylons. He's obviously cheesing me, trying to cheese me again, and he gets his first gateway down. I get mine down. I think mine's a little ahead of his. Yep, it's just a bit ahead of his. I sent out a second probe to try and look for him, because I want to find this so I can know what I'm dealing with. Essentially, what you want to do is if he's got a proxy gate, you want to double that. So I put down 2 gates. Usually this will be enough, but since I see eventually that he's got a second gate going down, which they usually do, I like to put down a 3rd gate. Not that I'll be able to pump out zealots. I don't have enough money to pump out zealots for both of them, but it's nice to have getting a 2nd or a 3rd zealot out in a fraction of a second before the other one, so you'll be able to have like a staggered production rate, which is going to help against dealing with this. So as soon as your first one goes down, you need to chrono boost and get a zealot out. Obviously, I failed at that with that respect, but there I go. I finally get that out, and when I have enough money, I'll start building out of this one. This probe is just shooting my pylon. Not that it's a big deal. So he's going to try and pump out 2 zealots. And at this point, if you can defend against this, it's pretty much game over for him, because he's going to be just trying to pump out zealots, and if you can get more zealots than him out, you're going to overrun him, and he's not going to be able to do anything about it. He's not building anything. He's focused primarily on making zealots, whereas my economy is still going strong. I'm still making probes. I'm making zealots, just defending my ramp. That's all you really have to do. And at this point, I have an even amount of zealots, so a little bit of micro is going to make me out to be the victor of this little battle here. And that's basically all there is to it. You don't have to do anything too tricky. You just have to make sure that you scout it. That's the most important thing is finding out what your opponent's doing and countering it. So in this case, I built a third gateway and made a huge amount more zealots at him, and you really just have to defend your base. That's pretty much it. Thanks for watching.